I'll play loud. We all can dream of blazing glories, but all I dream of now is you and your blue eyes. It's strange how we can feel like we don't live our own lives. And I wasn't sure about my own, but now I'm feeling fine. Your video game books, they might get me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me high. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you got. Sorry, forgot the words. Now what do you think you're gonna be? You think you leave some kind of lasting mark? Well, with infinite tomorrows, and no, this isn't fair. No one gets remembered, but right now I just don't care. Your video game books, they might get me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me hot. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you've got. There's not a lot of amputee heroes in history. I wish our lives were so much simpler, and I hope you get to have your moment in the fight, but no one ever gets to be quite who they want to be. You want it to matter, boy, well, you matter to me. Your video game books, they might get me funny looks, but Staff Sergeant Max Mayhem gets me hot. And I'm starting to see not just what you want from me, but what you want to get from what you've got. There's not a lot of amputee heroes in history, but I've got one sitting right in front of me. I can't see you anymore. I believe you're still there. This song is also... Are they in Denver? Somebody's listening to me. This song is also about a book. Unfortunately, it's about a book that doesn't exist. Hold on. I have to burp. I don't know, this never happened to John Mayer. Remember he's up there and he's like getting ready to play his acoustic set and he's like, excuse me. I'm good now. It's called Book 8.
Oh, okay. I love it. I haven't heard it, but I know it's about the 8th book of Harry Potter.
I know I'm not the only one who wants to know more about Harry's sons. I really do think there's an unwritten story, and I think it's kind of fingers to keys. A lot of people want to know more about Grindelwald and Dumbledore. I really do think that they both batted lefty, and I think there's probably a good story there.
Almost knocked him over twice.
Level part of the stage here.
Oh my
A
God.
quark
is a fundamental constituent of matter, observed in 1963. People elastic scatter. We found that protons aren't as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases. But that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton, and they also make up other things, including a neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm. top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and protons, unless something's a mix, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Woo!
Things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, color, charge, mass, and spin, and having color charge means they exist solely inside of other kinds of particles that cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. No, up, down,
strange time, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and protons, unless something's a mix, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists.
Bits of matter are part of almost everything, and there is no unified theory to make it less confusing. But the fact that they've identified that they exist at all is so good and remarkable that I just didn't know. Up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and protons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. They make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. They make up everything that we can see and that we know exists.
My wife surprised me, and they flew down.
Probably not here.
So I wanted him, since it's his birthday, I wanted him to come out and say hi. Remember that he's a baby, you know? So like, just please like don't freak out, or like just be kind of cool about it. Thank you in advance. Okay, hold on.
I want to see baby. I want to see baby. Oh, come on. That was mean.
I'm not gonna give you up. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm gonna run around and search you. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm not gonna tell a lie or desert you. We've known each other for so long. You're a baby, but you're too shy to say book of what's been going on. And we know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I feel, don't tell me you're too blind to see. I'm not gonna give you up. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm not gonna run around and hurt you. I'm not gonna make you cry. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm not gonna tell a lie or desert.
That's called Hank rolling. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, I cannot possibly explain it. Hey George, can you start the clock at 12 minutes, please?
Give me a few minutes.
You say give me a few minutes? Then start the clock at 10 minutes. 2 minutes from now.
Right now?
Yeah, start now. Sorry, I realize I probably should have given you more warning. Go, okay. I'm going to answer some of your questions about the Fault in Our Stars. I apologize to the people in the back who I can't see as well, but I will. The only thing that I would say in terms of a preface to this is please don't reveal huge spoilers. Oh, thank you, George. Please don't, that should be obvious, but a couple nights ago someone was like, hey, looking for Alaska, biggest possible spoiler. And I was just like, oh, I wish that hadn't happened. It's really important to remember that even though many of you have read my books, more than 99.3% of Americans have not. I'd like to change that. The most effective way to change it is not to ruin the book for them before they read it. So you can limit your questions to like the first 70 pages or so, or to vague questions, general questions. Happy to talk about an Imperial Affliction or Peter Van Houten or whatever, but I don't want to talk about, like the ruins, for instance. Okay, if there are any questions about, yes,
I'm so proud to know what that means.
Yeah, well, depending on, yeah. The question is, my sister had thyroid cancer last year. I'm sorry, I'm glad she's better.